like to start by acknowledging the land on which we meet today and their traditional custodians. I'd like to pay my respects to the elders, past, present, and emerging. It's a privilege to be here. Hello everyone. I'm Manali. I'm from India. I'm a product designer and I currently work at Mindical, which is a player in B2B space, basically. And today I'm going to talk about my journey from a student fumbling behind the wheel to a full-time product designer. It's about a few lessons I learned along the way, mentors that kept me out of the ditch, and the overall mindset shift that has happened. So when I started out, it felt like learning to drive. So when you start learning to drive, you start with the basics: road signs, traffic rules, the steering wheel, and where are the clutch, brake, accelerator. So similarly, when I started with my college, I started with my foundational skills like color theory, typography, design thinking, design principles, the ideal product and product development and design process. So I learned all the rules only to learn that I'll have to break most of those later. So when I threw my graduation cap in the air last year, I was so excited, like any newbie driver. New office, new people, new environment. I was ready to apply my learning, take on new challenges. But I soon realized that road is not going to be this smooth. So imagine you're doing your project, your first project, and you're ready to apply all the learning that you got in college. But the ground here is a bit different. You're tackling real-world constraints, like there are stakeholder expectations, there are project deadlines, there are tight timelines. And while you're doing this, so it's sort of dampened my design enthusiasm that you get from college. And so I knew where I wanted to be, I knew where I wanted to go, just that I didn't know how. And I think this is a space where you need someone who has been through similar trenches and can guide you, which is a mentor. So because they've been there, they've done the same things as you. And like when you're learning to drive, you get tips from experienced drivers, like your instructors, your parents, or your friends. And they share their knowledge and tips and help you become a safe and responsible driver. Like that, mentors also, they know where you're coming from, and they can help you avoid the pitfalls. So a mentor could be either it could be a senior or a lead or even your supportive peer. So I was lucky to have a dedicated mentor myself when I started out. But it's not the end of the world if you don't have one. There are a lot of wonderful platforms like ADP List and TopMate where you can easily find one. But the key here is sticking with your mentor, at least for a few months. Because when you have a consistent engagement with them, they see you grow. And like your personal cheerleader, they know what your strengths are and they know where you need to improve. So the kind of advice that comes from them is very tailored and that helps you set your career goals. So it's very essential to get clear on what you want to achieve. Let's say, like, where do you see yourself in 10 years? Or what is the specific domain in design that you want to specialize in? Or like some area where you need to improve, like communicating ideas or public speaking. So the more specific you are, the more your mentors can empower you. So when I started interacting with my mentor, I realized that he's very skilled at advocating design decisions to other teams like tech and product, and he's very skilled at communicating his design ideas efficiently. So that inspired me to improve those areas in my own work. And so when I asked him questions, those was very direct and targeted, and that's what helped me accelerate my progress. But it's totally fine if you don't know that yet. You're just starting out. Just explore, analyze other people's journeys, talk to other people, explore other domains where you want to go, and just be proactive. Because initiative, I think it's not just a skill, it's a mindset. Because as designers, we are problem solvers at heart, and you can't solve a problem that you can't see. So just observe. Don't wait for someone that they'll give you a problem solved on a silver platter. If you think a design element needs improvement, just jump at it, take the ownership, and do it. Because as junior designers, when you're new to a product, you're new to a team, you're free from any preconceptions or baggage that the other people might have. And that gives you a unique advantage of looking at the product and processes with a critical and objective lens that helps you easily identify the areas. So now you might think I'm so junior, I'm new to the team. How can I point out a flaw? But here's the thing, every good designer, they thrive on feedback. All of your team members, they want the product to succeed. So when you're speaking up, you're actually contributing to your team's goals. So it's not about stepping on anyone's toes, but it's about seeing a chance to make a difference. And I think to make that difference, so initially when you start out, you might feel like your projects are like driving in an empty parking lot, very safe and low stake. But as you work and as you progress, you will tackle complex situations, more tight timelines, complex projects. And to make this transition, I think the key is learning to make your own decisions. And it does feel very daunting, especially in early phase of your career, to make decisions, because you might feel like, what if I fail? What if it turns out to be a disaster? But I think everyone makes mistakes, and these are the best teachers we have out there. So my suggestion here would be just start small, because when you start designing, you are making decisions. So it could be as simple as whether this should be a toggle or a checkbox. So start simple, start small, but it is an essential skill to develop. And I learned this the very hard way. So when I was learning to drive, my father was teaching me. And 3-4 days into the training, he said, I think he felt confident about my ability. So he said, you take out the car yourself and meet me near the park. I was like, yeah, finally, I got there. But this feeling did not last. So as soon as I got onto the road, I drew a blank. I didn't know what to do next. So I had to abandon the mission. And so then I realized that this kind of approach won't get you ahead. If you want to navigate the road yourself, there will be unexpected situations that you will have to conquer. And for that, you will have to think on your feet. And for that, you need to making decisions a habit. So think of your design lead as your wingman. So they're there to help you. They will walk with you. But you should be the one who must be in the driving seat. So yeah, I hope this was helpful. If anyone has any questions, I might not have all the answers yet, but I can sure share whatever insights I have gained along. Thank you.